everyone, my name is MJ Velches and welcome to another part of my Journey to Awesomeness workflow, part 17. We're going to be animating another shot for Doodle Log 005. And for this shot, just a simple one, kind of like a shot of the droids shooting at me. So yeah, I think I'm going to start with an existing blend file because it's going to be somewhat the same shot, which is this one right here, shot 12, and it's going to be a shot of the EXT-RMs shooting lasers at the camera, which is kind of my point of view, I think. A CG version of me. So yesterday we worked on like a slice animation. So for this day, we're just gonna work on like something simple. And then I'm just gonna grab this shot right here, shot 12, and I'm gonna Control Shift S and save it as shot 18. I actually animated shot 17 yesterday, but that's not done yet, and it's very complicated. I don't want to live stream it because it's gonna be really janky, and it's just going to be very messy if I live stream that. So let's live stream something simple for today, and it's just this, the droids here shooting lasers. And shooting lasers is actually really easy to animate, especially for something like this. It's gonna be more complex, kind of a bit more than the K droids. You'll see soon enough how I wanna do this thing. Yeah, hey Albert, welcome to the stream. How can you watch this stream, man? Aren't you working? Anyways, let's make this EXT-RMs shoot, and to do that, I actually need to delete this. Delete all of the keyframes. I'm gonna go to like the frame where they're not moving anymore and they have the guns drawn. I'm just gonna select all of the bones and then delete the keyframes because we're gonna be animating this guys again. So to animate this, the most simple way to do it, because in Journey to Awesomeness animations, Doodle Log videos, I don't really want to spend too much time animating because I need to finish it within a month, and I don't want to. I don't want it to consume too much time because I need to put more time on the current big project, which is the Underland project, which is now I had to put on hold because I have to finish this before the year ends. So yeah, we're not gonna be animating this in a very complicated way, just very simple. And one of the easiest way to do this, especially for like idle animations, is I'm gonna press I to add a keyframe here. I'm gonna Control Tab, and I'm just gonna add a noise modifier, just to like make it like not too static. Just gonna add a noise modifier, set the strength to really low, maybe 0.1, and then the scale to 50, so that like the randomness of the motion is, it's not like, if it's set to 1, it's like shivering. If it's set to 10, kind of shivering. So I guess 50 would be best here. And you need to set it to a lower strength, because that's scale strength, and offset is just offsetting the noise to kind of make the noise modifier not too uniform. So I just want to add that also only on the location ones. And each time I paste that onto a new one, I'll offset so that it's not, they're not the same. It's not too uniform motion. It's like randomness to it. And Albert, that is sneaky, man. Should really download Discord, man, so that you can also talk to Jubin, man. Maybe amiga dula ni Jubin Bert. I spoke Bisaya because Albert is a close friend. And an old Doodle Notes teammate. You see him in one of the videos of the Doodle Boat if you search around. But yeah, Albert, me and Jubin are playing Minecraft and all sorts of games. See, that motion of that is nice now. I do not like it when the legs stretch like that though, so I'm going to have to reduce even more the scale to about 0.02. 0.02 and X is 0.02. Yeah, just like that. Just for that swaying motion. I'm gonna be doing the same thing for the rest, but I'll do that later. Because what I want to do is I want to move on to animating like the firing animations, like this. The gun parts right here will be firing lasers. And to do that, first is I'm gonna do the animation for the entire thing, which should be like it moves backwards like that when it fires. And just gonna control tab the dope sheet again, and just gonna add a keyframe for both of these guys right here. I will have to hide the others for now. I'm gonna hide this so that we're only focused on this one ext-rm here. We're gonna be animating these arms. So first this one. So 1, 2, it goes back. And 1, 2, 3, it's back to its position. So it's so you can see like that, you know, recoil or something. And maybe 1, 2 frames, and then it just repeats the animation. Oh, actually no. Should be 1, 2. I'm gonna move it here, because when it fires here, the other one will fire. 1, 2, and then this other one will do the firing. Same with the other one, 2 frames, it recoils. Yeah, I think I need to change the limit location of this. Its Z should be set to a 1-minute 2D animation would take hey there, Hasbul Hassan. A 1-minute 2D animation, depending on the animation, actually would take about 1 week maybe. But that really depends on the animation. If you're just animating one character with a simple motion, you can do it in a week. But if it becomes complicated, you might take a month, even if it's just 1 minute. I mean, take for example the animation that I did recently, the a Bond animation. That took probably about a week and a half, and it doesn't even reach a minute. It's only a few seconds of animation, because I had to animate 2 characters and the fur animation. Yeah, it really depends on the animation, but yeah, usually 1-minute animation would take a month actually, depending on, you know, the quality of animation you're going for. You can do it in a week, but it won't be great. Or, you know, if you're trying to do a parody, maybe you can do it in a week. Or animatics, just an animatic style animation. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out what is it the Y, is it the X? X. Yeah, it's the X apparently. Ah. Okay. What happened? G. I need to make sure that this other arm, I probably need to copy this and paste it here in the limit location. One, two, three, and I think now we're back in business. So the other one fires. And then I'm just gonna duplicate this. And that's just gonna keep going, actually. I'm gonna mute the sound of this because that's not the sound I'm gonna be using for this one. It's gonna be. And that's just gonna keep on going. 1, 2. Just gonna shift D this. I'm gonna go here, 1, 2. I'm gonna move this. And that's just gonna keep on going. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Copy everything. Shift D. I'm gonna put that in between this two right there. So it's. Trying to determine how long I want it to be, but maybe I'm just gonna take all of this 121 frames. Maybe that will be enough time to show this, guys. Then again, I don't really want to add too much frames because it would render for a very long time if I. That's why I should have animatics, even the fight scene, but I'm not. I decided I just want to wing it. And now I pay the price. Yeah, I think that works. I guess I'm gonna stop at 115 for this. We now have the. So it's gonna be barely visible in the final animation too, so most of the VFX, most of the emphasis of this will go for the lasers, which I will now do. So for the laser, I'm gonna put the cursor right here in the middle, right there, and then I'm gonna make sure that I selected ext-rm collection. Shift A. I'm gonna add a circle. And this circle will be 12, and the fill type will be triangle fan. Let's make it even smaller by making it 8. And now we can go scale this to the x-axis, very small like that, as y. It's kind of like how I did the previous shot, and make sure that I'm making sure that it's slightly moved towards the front here, because the front is actually that way, you know, that way right there, pointing towards the y axis. And then I'm gonna go reduce the y again, G, Y here. And one other thing I'm gonna add for this one, something that I didn't do for the K-droid, is something like this. I'm gonna shift A, gonna add another circle. I'm gonna shift A, press shift S. Shift A, add another circle. Remove the fill type, make the fill to none, nothing. I'm gonna scale it, rotate to x-axis on 90 degrees on the x-axis, and then I'm just gonna go and scale it like that, forming like a star, and then move it right here. Maybe I should have added a fill for this. Anyways, I can keep going. I'm gonna select everything here. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna just do something like this. And if I add a subdivision surface to that, it's gonna look like that. And that's kind of how it will look. And then for the material, I'm just gonna go with, you know, something like this. I'm gonna go laser, and I use an emission shader, and just use like a purplish laser, kind of like the same with the same color with the ext-rm. Set it to about 50 strength. And if we look at it on the rendered mode here, you'll see right there. So I'm just gonna, I have to turn off auto keying for now. Just position it right on the nozzle there as it fires. So I might have to bring this up a bit and then scale down this sides right here. It's just a very simple laser firing. I can even probably add more, actually. Maybe Shift D, move this like so. Not sure about that. Never mind. Let's keep it simple, because this is gonna be displaying so fast you can't even see it. So I'm going to go to keying and remove this, and I want to add a keyframe for the scale of this one. I'm gonna go back two frames. I'm gonna S0 and then add a scale again, so it's, and then 1 2 3, maybe 1 2, it scales even more. Probably a bad idea. Or maybe just in the Y axis. Scale in the Y axis, something like that, just to make it like longer. Scale that, animate the scale, and then 1 2 3, it goes back to 0. And let's see how that looks. So it's maybe 2 frames as well. Yeah, just something like that. Or maybe just 1 frame. So it's just quick. Also gonna remove this. Yeah, just like that. So when it fires. So where is the start? Looks like I moved to the wrong keyframe here. So this is the first fire. So I need to get that circle again and just move it right there. I'm gonna go back to object mode, just solid view shading, set it to random so I can see. So it's so like that. Probably gonna tab to edit mode for this one and select like the loop here, make this bigger so that it's more visible. Just a quick something like that. And I actually want to add something just for more emphasis on the firing. I'm gonna add rotation here. I'm gonna go keying. Just gonna add rotation for this keying set there, so that every time I press I, it adds a keyframe for the rotation. Then when it fires, the body kind of rotates, like moves like this a bit. So, and then the next fire, maybe somewhere like right there. Yeah, I think right there. It rotates to the other part. So it's. And I'm just gonna copy this here, copy everything except the first frame, Shift D again, right there, until everything is covered here. So just looping motion. So it's so now I have to select the laser again. Control tab to object mode, select the laser. You need to determine which frame it's supposed to fire again, which is right here. So the start should be there. Now I have to go back. It's frame 15. Let's not forget about that. Shift D. I'm just gonna copy that there. So how many frames? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 frames for the next ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just gonna go Shift D, copy that, select everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shift D, copy this one. And that should, so that should, you know, keep doing that. And I will need to Shift D this one later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just gonna Shift D that and copy the frames there. So this is just like a very chunky shortcut to make the job easier. And now for the second laser, I need to determine which part it starts, which is at frame 8. I'm gonna select circle. I'm gonna Shift D it, and then I'm gonna move it on the other nozzle. So Shift S selection to cursor offset. Now it's right there, the other duplicate of the circle or the laser. And then I'm gonna go to frame 8. I'm just gonna move everything so that it starts at frame 8, and now it should be doing its thing. I will need to adjust the rotation of this so that it's rotated properly towards the right direction, which should be somewhere right there. So now it's firing. Just some cartoonish firing animation. And the motion of it's not even that visible right here in the camera, so I might have to emphasize more. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna emphasize more like the recoil animation. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe move it way back, like really I'm gonna turn off sequence 5 for now. Maybe move it back a bit every time the firing happens. And this one rotates as well, and moves back, so that it's really visible what's happening. So I'm just gonna go delete all of this, copy everything, Shift D. Gonna do the same thing we did from last time. So my indication is this huge gap keyframes here. That's where I'm gonna be moving it. So yeah, adding more emphasis, I think, really sells it. So there we go. We have a droid firing. Droid firing animation. So let's turn on the sequence 005 again. And that's kind of like how I like animate. I'd animate this one. It's not Clone Wars, Rebels quality, but you know, I guess it's decent enough. Anyways, I'm gonna Alt H to bring out this two, and this two will need to fire as well. And to make the job easier, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to action. I'm gonna select the rig of what we just animated. I'm gonna go to action editor. I'm gonna determine which name it has here in the action. It's ext-rm rig action. And I'm gonna go select this one and add the ext-rm rig action for this one as well. And what that does is, you know, they both now have the same animation. So if we want to make some changes here, I will have to press this right here. I'm gonna make it single user, or you know, just copy like the action for this one, the animation data for this one into this one. And then if I make changes here, because I pressed 2, it won't affect the other one. So what for this one, I'm just gonna offset it a bit so that there's randomness. And for this other one, I'm probably gonna select this and delete all of the rotation motions down here, even the scale, so that only the location keyframes are saved, because I need to rotate this one upwards. I actually don't have to delete anything, because I just need to rotate this one like that, so that when it fires, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't hit the one in front of it. And then for the lasers, I just have to copy paste. I just need to duplicate. So I'm gonna select I'm gonna put the cursor right on the nozzle of this one. I'm gonna Shift D, Shift S, selection the cursor, and now the other one now has lasers as well. And I just need to offset the keyframes of this so that it follows, like when it starts, when the nozzle starts firing. So now that looks nice. I actually don't have to add a laser for this one, but maybe I have to. Let's see. So now, you know, that just makes things easier. So just firing there. And also gonna duplicate. Yep, laser sounds. Okay, let's try adding the laser on this nozzle as well. So I'm gonna go circle 2 here, Shift D, Shift S, selection the cursor, keep offset. I'm going to determine which keyframe it starts. It starts at 11. I'm going to select circle 3 again and move the keyframes to 11. And I will have to rotate this in the right way. I'm gonna go top view and rotate it like that. Does it pass? It shouldn't. That other laser shouldn't. Oh, it hits the other one. Maybe I have to rotate it upwards like this. There we go. I guess that's fine. Just to make our shot more kind of chaotic, because you know a bunch of droids are firing. It's actually a huge weakness to how their guns are positioned like that. You can just like stay right in front of here and the droids won't even hit you anymore. Which I kind of did on purpose, because you know that's how I kill him on this sequence. So for the next one, I'm just gonna do the same thing, so I'm not gonna show that on the live stream. But yeah, I think that's all for now. I think I shared, you know, some kind of knowledge in how to do stuff. You know, making like quick animations like this, dirty, quick animations that are janky, not even that great. I will have to adjust some of the lasers here so that they're properly aligned with the laser gun or the nozzle. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing for the other one, but I'm gonna do it off recording because you know it just gets tedious. Yeah, I think that's all. You know, thanks everyone for watching. I scheduled this live stream to start at 10 a.m. and now it's 10 a.m. I started really early because you know I want to be able to animate a lot of shots today. That's why I want to start early. But yeah, I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. Thanks to my KoFi supporters, Magnolia Weathershield, Erick Madrigal, Munie, Tristan Wintle, GulliermoGage, and Mbuddy. Some of these guys actually stopped giving, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be, you know, acknowledging your help regardless of how many times you give it. So yeah, these guys did give something, and all of the good names that are in gold are the ones who's given a lot. So yeah, I'm really thankful to these guys and to you guys who are watching. If you want to support me in my endeavors, just go to ko-fi.com/DoodleNoseProductions, and yeah, follow Doodle Nose Productions on YouTube. Just search Doodle Nose Productions. You'll see all of the other existing episodes of the Journey to Awesomeness and other Doodle Logs, and you'll know about, you know, what this whole thing is all about. And also consider subscribing in this channel as well if you want to see more stuff and be notified when live streams are coming up. Also join the Discord server to chat and to, you know, just to ask stuff and to show your own works. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I've shared enough knowledge for you today, or just, you know, shared some kind of inspiration for you to do stuff like this as well. But yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. My name is MJ Chess, and yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go keep animating, do some animations, make lots of animations. Bye.